The road to the appointment of Malaysia's 10th Prime Minister was filled with many twists and turns. The saga has now come to an end with Anwar Ibrahim's appointment as Prime Minister. So let's do a recap as to how it all went down. Right after the Election Commission announced the GE15 results, the PM candidates of the two biggest parties, PN's Muhyiddin Yassin and PH's Anwar Ibrahim, held press conferences to inform the masses that they have the numbers to form the federal government. On Sunday morning, GPS's Abang Johari Openg met Muhyiddin and PAS's Abdul Hadi Awang and announced this coalition's support for PN, PAS and Barisan Nasional to form the next federal government. On Sunday evening, BN Chairman Ahmad Zahid Hamidi clarified that while the coalition was open to working with GPS, it was with the condition that PN would not be involved. The next morning, the elected MPs from PH and BN met at Sri Pacific Hotel to discuss the formation of a unity government. BN made it clear that the MPs must follow the Supreme Council's decision and that any statutory declarations signed before this were invalid. Istana Negara then announced an extension of the 24-hour deadline for all coalitions to submit the name of their Prime Minister candidate. On the very same day, PN submitted 112 SDs in support of Muhyiddin as the 10th PM. The following day, they submitted one more SD. On Monday evening, GPS clarified its stance, saying the coalition would leave it to the Yang di-Pertuan Agong to decide who the next PM should be, while GRS reiterated its support for Muhyiddin as PM. Later, GRS also said they would leave it to the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. On Tuesday morning, BN decided against supporting any coalition and said it will remain in the opposition. In the evening, the King summoned both Muhyiddin and Anwar. It was confirmed that neither had majority support and that the King had asked Muhyiddin and Anwar to form a unity government. This, however, was rejected by Muhyiddin. On Wednesday morning, both BN and GPS MPs were summoned to Istana Negara for an audience with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Later in the day, it was revealed that Zahid Hamidi had submitted a letter to the Yang di-Pertuan Agong in support of Anwar as Prime Minister. This was against the decision made by BN to not support any coalition and stay on as the opposition. After a 4-hour meeting on Wednesday night, the UMNO Supreme Council came to a consensus for Zahid to remain as BN's president and for the coalition to support a unity government not led by PN. Yesterday morning, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong called for a special meeting with the other Malay rulers to seek their opinions on the political stalemate. At around 1:30 PM, Istana Negara announced that the Yang di-Pertuan Agong had appointed Anwar Ibrahim as Prime Minister. He was sworn in as Malaysia's 10th Prime Minister at around 5 PM and will now lead a unity government comprising BN, GPS and GRS. And that was the breakdown. For more information, log on to Free Malaysia Today across all social media platforms. My name is Sylvan Ras, reporting for FMT.